Let's wait until we go ahead. If you fall in, they won't let you out.
Well, it's better out here than in the pens, isn't it, Ralph?
When are we going to eat? I'm hungry.
The flies in my head. They keep buzzing. Feels like smoke. Look, how the wind sends the leaves running across the sky. And there are the houses. I knew they couldn't have gone far. Come on, Ralph. We're all right now. Ralph. Did you that stone?
No. If he had,
You mustn't wrinkle about in dust, however nice they smell. Not if masters are anywhere near. Makes them angry for some reason. The proper thing, if you want to get food out of a man, is to go and make friends first. Then he gives you something. You do the man before the food, not after. Look, there she goes. I must have made a mistake. It looked like a shot. What the knife? Cut them off on those glass tables. So why is everything changed? I'm blind. The truck's coming. The truck's coming.
hey, not run off. It's been to death. Look at the dressing on the bed. What to be nice.
It's got this green colour. Mother wants to remember. Let's put it in the back of the car. Look, hell.
I told you. I think you know everything about me.
You were trying to help me. They were masters. It was my hand all on fire. I couldn't see.
They were quite cold. They were going to take you back.
Yes, I think so.
Aye, there's two of them. I thought I'd better let them know, right, first thing. You said all the doors and windows were locked. There was no other way they could have got out. No, I'll have gone back. Last time they were fed was Friday night, so I'll have to get some grub somewhere. If they've been chasing sheep out fell and all, that'd be a right do, that would. That's offence against the law, you know. Being in possession of a dog of bloody sheep.
Storms fury fly down. Killing
take a good look. I was right. I told you. My master was supposed to explore this man uses real
those sheep belong to that man, then this one must too. We must get away.
Now is the only thing that's real.
We can finish it off later. Come on.
Where?
I don't know, down there. Into that valley. Slowly, Snitter. I'm sore all over. That sheep battered me to bits.
It's most unfortunate. I still can't quite understand how it happened. As far as I can make out, there's a length of wire making loose, and 815 must have got under sometime that night. But if the door had been fastened, it wouldn't open of its own accord, would it? It is possible that Tyson didn't shut the door. They couldn't have got into Dr. Goodman's so. No, we're quite sure of that. It's the first place I checked. I've spoken to Dr. Goodman. He's sure. Yes, well, that's something.
I can't, Snitter. You better go on. I've had enough. Maybe I'll feel better later.
But
Self-confessed criminal,
in the open.
not been in vain.
Might as well lie here as anywhere.
Instant, still
No.
spellbound. Games lost, talk back rock.
My leg hurt.
Re-encounter incident. Subsistence inexistent. Non-committed. Unwitted, oblivious. Habitual. Resistor. Wrapped up edge. Fluid nudge. Recollect ignition. Motivation inexistent.
Now is the only thing that's real.
Listen to
Dog's body comatose.
sort of
Torchlight rose.
secret. Dry over the years. Won't find us there. Oh no.
Told, impressed by possession.
How come it?
Inside is no refresh. Detain contest. Offer is pure. Short tonight. Freezing time. Shadows climb. Distractions override. Instincts involved. Over and over. They see like clouds. Turn view.
Does you say
That's all they see blue. Hot blood, guilt, optic nerve. The right attitude. You wear sexy blue. Self-fear, recluse. Too late for me.
Cannons, turbines. It's not like having a master. Even the white coats fed us.
Nita wanted to find some look after us. I told him it was a silly thing to expect.
You're right, laddie. Guns and dogs and traps and all.
Have you ever had anything to do with men?
Aye, now and again. But as a rule, as little as possible. If you loosen your head to seek out the likes of them.
Never a while. I mean to do.
All right, without me then, lad. If you go the way you're going, you'll have no more than 3 more. I've not seen a duck of that. Lying flat on his fellows like he was neither dogs nor shepherds, eh? He kills a sheep, builds a farm, keeps away for a spell and comes back like cubs. You pair of stuck twits. But nothing. You pulled yon yow down clever though. Hilly, you're a hard one.
I'm still bruised all over.
Nobody has ways of getting stuck in hard, and ways of ducking out. With me beside you, a real hard bugger like you would have no bother at all. You sharpen on the wheels. You see sheep, huh? Well, maybe a wee lamb in the string if the chance comes. But you could take care of any size. Come to that, you could both keep our hands. And you think you could help us in the dark, yeah? Aye. Us Tods were used to running till the dark comes anyway.
The dark? What's the dark?
That's the place when you stop running for good. And unless I'm along, that would be a no time at all. What do you mean, I won't have to kill it? No need to, you need. But it'll be moving sharply, so you'll have to watch yourself. You don't want to go down with it.
But if it's coming up the castle, we can drive it. If you can do it.
Ah, don't worry. You'll manage that. bit better than getting bashed about, isn't it?
What's happened to you?
It's just a hole. Not all that strange, not really. Holes. After all, I've seen holes in cars and pipes, you know, running under the road. That's before the truck. Time we were born down. There'll be no doubt forward like me. You see, there's nothing to it. The next one will be yours. Oh, go on, lad. You want to hang about? First one on off the truck. The whole street. With a 2-year-old. Not enough. Sorry, street. So they were out by town near rough ground.
Wheel charging hit, misguided.
No.
People's army divided. United stance, amped out war dance. What a ride. In a thought of non-violent rebellion. Outside there to die, stand and fight. Show face, return the weapons.
Did you get no brains in your head that not lit?
Use them
As soon as you
right.
touch stone, then you're bloody up and... Could you not wait till I tell you? What did he do? What did he do? Fell out in the open, right in a shepherd's truck, starting to take up the blood. Do you think he's blind? You've got it coming. Your arse will be inside out by morning. I've left guys in the gym up. Me, I'm going. Oh, I'm just here to bark at the farmer's door. Maybe we'll let him shove his head up his chin. Save a lot of bother, that will. Wait. Let him.
Just one man with a mouth. The dark that God talks about it. All around us.
Way back in 68, Ohio, Kid State was nothing so great.
Okay. Not too early for you. Too early. I'm all right. I'll be a damn 5 seconds to get this business over with. Give us a sight.
Come on.
Nobody out there.
You're quick enough for some crawling around for a piece.
Now hang on. I've come back to tell you a lot more sharp. A farmer was down in the valley, heading his way. Dogs all over the place. And they've got guns.
Out. Running. We've got to go out. The Todd's right. We're wild animals now.
Are we going now, or do I go this? And you bet you shall.
No, one by one,
I'm a kid, folks.
coming down.
You're near dog at all now.
Together,
You're a
Mr.
sister.
Machine
Yes, you are.
Automatic
You're
Power.
a
I tell you, we'd best be off for those forces that are dying inside half an hour.
Responsible for sheep killing dogs. It's real embarrassing, that would. Then I've been told. Not at all.
It's plenty I could say if I was stuck in court. It's a serious matter. Sheep killing.
No doubt there's no. People can know. Living sister has to shoot.
But the boss of the lot says say nothing. And when the space the fire, that's always the truth.
Can I help you? Could you tell me a little more about this?
My name is Abam O'Connor.
How do you come to the afternoon?
I'm not the only one. Straight up. Now, straight down. Straight up. Stop.
I'm sorry, I can't tell you straight off the cuff, Mr. Williamson. May I ring you back?
I hope it is true. Some captures have to work for a living.
Telling Miss Williamson that we had nothing to say was exactly the right line. Don't you think that's very suspicious? And what about Tyson? I've already had a word with Tyson. The most you can say, if he asks, is that two pens for Sanders. Do you think Williamson's going to accept that? I don't think we're under any obligation to answer that farmer's question. If he thinks evil, let him prove evil. If he can.
Come
on then. Come up quick. There he is. That's why that's progress.
Sneaky sod. Away. Let's begin now.
Not without Snip. If they're hunting the ferret for us, Snip is in danger.
That may be, Himmy. That looks like real trouble.
Dr. Robert Boycott. I'm with the Lawson Park Experimental Station in Coniston.
Oh, aye? What kind of job?
Oh, I understand that there are 2 dogs that have been worrying sheep up near Thurmere. If you have the time, I'd be most grateful if you could see your way clear to ensuring that they don't do any more damage.
What happened to him?
Didn't you hear me? I mean, when the air was blown to pieces. I know it's my fault, but I didn't do it on purpose.
Believe me.
We're dead, you and I. I've killed us both. I've destroyed everything.
Now, calm down and tell me everything.
I was coming back, and all the grass and stones in my head were very loud.
Mark,
Sort of
attached
humming.
to this electronic
Strong
email
wind.
are the lyrics to Ticket.
And I was on
Hope
the
you
road,
are well.
like last time.
Love cannot
It called
attach
and
itself to
smiled.
binding ugliness.
And I
Rod
wanted.
and silence to advise life
And
before
everything
intent hands
smashed
in
it.
different categories or
I
of each
smashed
other's
it like I
needs.
did the other time. It all come from me. Out of my head. I killed her like I killed my mother.
Illogical of own
Why
effort
are you
with
like
choice of
this?
politics. Open your eyes to verify the life experience.
Everything bad comes out of my head. Don't you see?
Expand activity. Digit. Execute economic slave.
And what you say? Mr. Dying. I'll fight for all you do.
I'll shoot you. And let you die.
If we send someone up there now, we'll have a national exclusive.
Oh, I'm sure we can do a big number of it. Exclusive from our enforcement, Cumberland, etc. All that, and then the whole thing folds in the middle of the very field.
Suppose the farmer shoots the dog next week. It'll be the end of it. That's not the point.
Stealing,
In
sorry,
the
that I
first
never
place,
came.
half the conservation groups in the country will oppose the lab being set up. Secondly, no one has the keenest idea what on earth it is that they're doing there anyway. Do any of you? No. Now they're caught in peacekeeping and a member of the local gentry gets himself shot by the dog. Was there a dog involved in the shooting at all?
There were muddy paw marks on him and...
I've got a feeling about this one. Get someone up there right away. Today.
Are you awake? Yes, I am.
Did you hear that? It's the biggest sheep that's in at the mouth.
Hey, you dog's down there. They're putting the rubbish all over the place. So what a
Yes, I've not seen that before.
Lord's sake.
That's
look
it.
at that little one. Its head, look, it's almost cut in two. Did you ever see anything like it? The big one.
Did you remember what Dennis said?
That must be the dog that killed poor Mr. Chetwynd down at Cockleby. Don't go down, Vera.
I'm going down. I'm not tired of the road when I'm looking straight up to rubbish up and down the yard. Be off with you! And go up! Will you get out of here? Go up! Go up!
It's likely to give any trouble, Vera. Poor little thing, I think it's sick. No wonder either, with that head.
What's in there?
It might be best not to touch it. I've got something catching, especially since I'm We'll shut it in the shop and telephone the police and go.
You're in and I thought your arse was afire.
You did it best.
Your wee friend still lost, is he?
Yes.
I'm inside my head now. What's it to do, Mother? Early this morning, some stardust came Most of the ducks had green collars, and they say that means that comes from the sun from the sun. And one of them also kept in the shed, and the young gentleman from over from Coniston to the policeman. There's positive identification there. But to get away. The dog got it.
We'll try to see what we're doing. Let's keep going the rest of business.
But I said green politics. Did you not see that one that was pushing itself through the drain hole? Kind of a puzzle it was. Well, that's terrible, Jack.
That depends on some professional service. Well, in a section of the sound world, it was incredible service.
Can't get away by saying you got it. I really didn't, but did you?
I know that you were Coniston teacher. I'd be happy to give you a look.
Oh, well, it's my friend. Thank you very much.
Very good. Bring it in.
Anybody tell me? Well, I'm not so sure about that. 732 was the biggest battle there. That's fun. You were doing some survival endurance.
The dog?
I wouldn't think it's good stuff. Cheap. Not a pretty drastic operation.
What sort of affair?
A brain operation. Something quite new, I think. Confusingly subjective with the object of the man's mind. I wasn't all that involved in it. I will never know. Well, I don't get it.
Out there? That's the sea. Have you never seen it before? Salt in the weeds. It's all water there. If only I could have stayed inside my head this morning, I might have been able to decide how to get there. How to reach it.
It was the police. I had to go. By going with them, it looks as though we're admitting that connection. It can't be helped now. Let's have this announcement, acknowledgement. Think that will satisfy themselves if it's not getting involved. They know the kind of people we do, If we prove to be an embarrassment, they'll drop us in a minute.
Lakeland shopkeeper Phyllis Wilson was awakened early yesterday by two dogs which have recently been causing havoc with farmers around Dunedin, the heart of the
Accidental death. Ah, well, that's all he could have found. But the farm was a nice then, could he?
He never said nothing about a dog, though, did he? Bloody dog talking about.
Well, coroner couldn't bring that up. No evidence. And even if he had, they'd still call it accidental death, wouldn't they?
But if the coroner pins blame fair and square on the dogs, then the police would have to do something. Go out, find them, and shoot them. The way it's been left now, we could use a couple of more sheep tonight, 3 next week, and maybe we could have done.
public danger as local farmers hotly maintain, or are they wrongly blamed? This is Lynn Driver reporting from Coniston.
Wait a minute, Ralph. I know where we are. Just the first night after we escaped. After we left those sheepdogs who got so angry with us. But you remember? And then we changed into wild animals.
You two? Wild animals? Don't be shocked.
this story of his about killing a man with a gun? Is it true? Or is it just a crack in his head talk?
As far as I can make out, it's true. I don't know how it happened. You know how it goes on.
Aye. The little bugger. Shoot a man. Now that's something. Mind it's back. Damn these cobwebs. Your mate's gone daft as a brush, you know. If I had the sense I was born with, I'd be off on a way and leave you to it.
You're always leaving when it gets rough.
Give over, bonny lad. No need to go on so. Do you know why we're still alive? With hundreds, maybe thousands of men that'd be glad to kill us?
They wouldn't dare. I've only got to drown. Or jump under a truck and the sky will fall down and all the men will die. I've thought of that, Ruff. That puts us one up on them.
I'll tell the pair of you why. Because I know them, the way they think. So as long as you do what I say, we'll stay ahead of them. If not, there's just no chance.
Secret, I told you.
Do you have any idea what he does?
He works in special place like this, kept locked. But I do know it's got to do with rats. Dr. Goodman was talking to me about disposal of the beast's bodies, and I've seen a letter at his office. It was from government. And that secret.
What I want to know is, how did the media get hold of that? Have you said to anyone?
No,
You're absolutely certain.
Come clean.
Not to anyone.
Wash away.
well, I might mention something about dogs to a lady who drove me back to the lab after the incident with the police. Nothing about Goodman's work or bubonic plague. I couldn't, could I? I didn't even know he was working with the damn plague.
Still life for this. One's intent cannot be noticed. Lost in eyes, in graceful charms, losing touch of everyone.
If you really can do these things, why don't you make men afraid of us? Send us a nice warm chicken.
Management.
That really would be something.
I wouldn't go in there. There's two of them blathering away.
In addition,
Looking off your face.
contract.
Oh, eggs, Hilly. There was a layaway nest in the nettles round the back. I ate the whole lot.
What about us? Goes. Stuffed himself full of eggs. I'm finished with him. And for good this time. We don't need him to help us. We never did.
You can't help what he he is. Anyway, I admire him. He's natural.
Natural? It drives me crazy.
But Ralph, the Todd warned us.
I don't care what the damn Todd said. We're going to eat.
Self-destructive mechanism, introvert, overturn, assassination. Make from steel the ugly weapon. Killer's instinct from man to trigger. Disguise his life in nations. Feel the pain of all initials. In life, go to gain, not his heart. At night, in my believing.
Dude! Look at them collars. Didn't they say something on telly about dogs with green collars escaping from Lawson Park? Plague, they said. Well, what are you going to do with them after they're shot? Let them go. And let them take contaminated chickens with them. I'll call police. They can catch them if they want.
Awkward. If the media are intent on making a meal of this plague business, it could be extremely awkward.
I agree. But tell me, could the dogs in fact have had any contact?
Almost certainly not. Boycott says it's out of the question.
But fleas, cracks, doors.
As I say, how can the Secretary of State stand up in the House and swear for certain that not a single flea escaped and popped on one of the dogs?
He was only doing what he'd done for himself if he was alone. I wish you hadn't driven him away. He'll never come back now.
Good riddance. Just the smell of it. Paul's starting to hurt again. It's getting harder and harder. Like the white coat stain.
Last night, the medical officer of health for Coniston reported that farmers near Glenridding were attacked by 2 dogs thought to be those escaped from the Lawson Park Animal Research Laboratories. The dogs, one described as a fox terrier with a wound on his head and a mixed Labrador retriever, have been terrorizing a large section of the Lake District, killing sheep and other livestock. Of perhaps more importance is the accidental killing of wealthy landowner Mr. Piers Chetwynd, with whose death the dogs are implicated. The police have asked the public to look out for the dogs and phone them at Coniston 1798 should they be seen.
Direct potential, living through one's own dementia. Come on, opens, dissect vision, caress the rest, all invite delusion. The movie out through the keyhole, trust in keeping the value judgment of a throne. Says somebody else, twisting and turning,
make it too cold for us to move.
See where we've been.
No, they can't. They've been too clever this time. As long as this stuff goes on falling, it blots out the marks we make.
Self-destruct mechanism, introvert, overturn, assassination. Make from steel the ugly weapon. Killer's instinct from man to trigger.
reporting new developments in the plague story from the Lake District. Here, from the scene, is our reporter, Lindra.
We have with us Geoffrey Westcott, who was attacked by the dogs which have been terrifying Lakeland for the past 4 weeks. Mr. Westcott, can you tell us exactly what happened?
I just got out of the car for a minute, about 5 miles north of Dunmail Race, when all of a sudden I saw these dogs. Mad dogs, and that's what they were. There were 2 of them, both wild and ferocious as wolves. I don't know if plague sends its victims mad, but I wouldn't be surprised.
And did these dogs attack you?
But not me exactly, but my car. They took everything edible. I happened to have my pocket camera with me, so I was able to get some photos.
These are the photos Mr. Westcott took. You can just make out the numbers on the collars. With the help of these photos, we've been able to verify that these are indeed the dogs accused of killing sheep and other livestock in the lake. But are these the dogs from Lawson Park Research Station, as these collars appear to confirm? And if so, what's so secret that for nearly 3 weeks the authorities there denied these animals escape? This is Lynn Driver reporting from the Lake District.
I came back to Earth with a great welcome one day.
What are you doing here? Now touch the meat. You're not going to buy it on fell. Where have all the sheep gone? Sheep? You don't leave sheep on fell once it starts to snow. All the sheep brought down yesterday and damn cold work it were and all.
Come by here! You alright?
I've never seen anything like it until that dog reckoned sick with rabies.
You don't know? It's a sickness. Kills dogs. Don't let the gaffer think I've got it, else he'd not have run. I know that it's sickness. The dog. close. It's really so building. But if it wasn't, you don't have.
Certainly not denying the two dogs got out. He said as much in the early What happened about that?
And forgive me, if I can't feel that that's just a shade
When we say something here, it's always 100%. But for all practical purposes, the local authorities are responsible government. If they're not bothered, they're not bothered with any of this more than Dr. Boycott. I'm sure it'd be one of ours. Yes, I'll bring you back. Yes, immediately. And someone will be down the station as well.
I hope that my right honourable friend will be able to deal with this rather serious matter promptly and not make it a wicked We have learned, not because the research place noted in their report, but the book media returned it, and they did not deny. For these dogs may have been infected during their escape with bubonic plague. So, this is how we find out that scientists are studying bubonic plague at Lawson Park. We do not know why they're doing this, but since the disease has not been a serious public health risk for many years, one must assume that the work is connected in some way with defense. Surely such work, if necessary at all, should not be carried out in the middle of a national park. I come finally, a matter of a distressing tragedy, which occurred 2 days ago. It would be pointless for me to try to allot blame for a thing of this kind. The point is, and I address this to my right honourable friend, the Secretary of State of Defence, what is going to be done? I am glad my right honourable and gallant colleague not provide any kind of blame to the Ministry of Defence. And the members of Cabinet right in demanding quick and decisive action. According to the Ministry has taken the following steps. Two companies down in the Saracen Regiment are at this moment on their way to the Lake District. Tomorrow they will begin an intensive search of the most likely areas, and they will continue until the dogs are found and destroyed. Mr. Speaker, all the people, and have included honourable members, have no idea at all of the special needs these animals are put to. But I understand that they have a duty to a parliamentary inquiry to fully examine the conduct of Lawson Park.
Please go 2 miles down the road to Exhale 3, where the five super teams north of the river and 2 south, aiming right away from your road. Search any cover that might conceal the dogs. Sergeant, let the dogs range freely until they get the scent. You do not, on any account, break the line of advance. Why do you down the end? Operational will remain in radio telephone contact and in ground-to-air contact with the helicopter. If the helicopter spots the dogs anywhere along the platform, inform me. Further orders will be issued to the coast.
Do you think they're looking for us?
Anyone else, ladies? If we can get across the road without them seeing us, we'll be away and free.
Right out of my head. Look. So huge. Something rough coming up and make a bit of it.
I'll go ahead and see how they are. Make sure he doesn't get crazy and start shouting. We don't need that just yet.
Who's never been taken?
Doesn't look like it'll be much longer now. Oh, yes. Sorry. It's this whole damn business. Well, there, poor need to let damn it, that's exactly the point. There was some ready to set out to cause all this havoc.
The place is cruel. Anything like it. That's the I've been looking about. It's gone out of my head. Whatever happens, remember, keep moving. I've got a few tips that used to me that are surprising. Down the wheel, lads. Do as I said. Straight across the valley and up the other side. I'll be too busy with me to bother with you.
Don't you see it? That's where we have to go.
We can be free.
They're directly in front of you. Poor little bastard. Move forward. Get it over with quickly.
Wait for me!
It'll wait.
Come on, move it, move it!
I'm tired. Can't seem to move my legs anymore.
Keep going. Try.
Swim through more mouth.
You must be.
All right.
The future lies within your heart. I don't feel no pain anymore. I don't feel no pain no more. I've left this cruel world behind. I found my peace of mind.
The stars will die down.
No killing time. Yes, I know I'm going home. Yes, I know